Today we are diving into the classifications of agents for the national portion of the real estate exam. In the world of real estate agency, the scope of authority is what distinguishes one type of agent from another. Let us start with the special agent, which is the most common classification you will encounter as a residential salesperson. A special agent is authorized by the principal to perform a single act or a specific transaction. Think of the listing agent who is hired to find a buyer for one particular property. Once that house sells and the commission is paid, the agency relationship ends. The key word to look for on the exam is limited. You have no power to bind your client to a contract or make decisions on their behalf outside of that one specific task. A common exam trap is thinking that because you are a professional with specialized knowledge, you are a general agent. That is incorrect. In a standard listing agreement, you are a special agent with limited authority. Moving on to the general agent, this classification represents a broader scope of authority that is ongoing and covers a range of activities within a specific business. The most classic exam example of a general agent is a property manager. Unlike a listing agent, who is finished after one sale, a property manager handles various tasks like collecting rent, hiring maintenance crews, and signing leases over an extended period. Another scenario that often trips up students is the relationship between a broker and their sponsored sales agents. In this case, the sales agent is actually a general agent of the broker because they perform multiple ongoing tasks on behalf of the firm. If the exam asks about someone with the power to bind the principal to multiple contracts in a continuous business relationship, you are looking for the general agent. Finally, we have the universal agent. This is the broadest category and is actually quite rare in typical real estate transactions. A universal agent has the power to act on behalf of the principal in all matters that can be delegated. This usually requires a formal power of attorney document. On the exam, you might see a question about an elderly homeowner moving out of the country who gives their adult child the authority to handle all their financial and legal affairs, including selling their home. That adult child is acting as a universal agent. Remember, a universal agent can do anything the principal can do. To keep these straight for test day, use the mnemonic acronym S.G.U, which stands for single, group, and unlimited. Single refers to the special agent's one task. Group refers to the property manager's ongoing group of tasks. Unlimited refers to the universal agent's power over everything. One major point of confusion is the difference between a general agent and a universal agent. Just remember that a general agent is limited to a specific trade or business, like property management, while a universal agent has no such boundaries. When you see a question asking about an agent's authority to sign a lease on behalf of an owner in a multi-unit complex, you are dealing with a general agent. If the question asks about an agent who only has the authority to show a home and submit offers, that is a special agent. Watch out for questions that use the term attorney in fact. This term specifically relates to someone acting under a power of attorney, and it is almost always a signal that you are looking at a universal agency relationship. By focusing on the continuity and breadth of the tasks assigned, you can quickly categorize any scenario the exam presents. Special agents are for one shot, general agents are for the long haul in a specific field, and universal agents represent the principal in every legal way possible. Understanding these three distinctions will ensure you do not get caught by the subtle wording the national exam uses to test your knowledge of agency law.